Miss Becky Rosen, superfan, were you a fan of Supernatural before you were the biggest fan of Supernatural?
No, actually, I hadn't seen the show before. Actually, I think when it first started, like I watched the first episode because I knew it was locally shot, so I thought, oh, I guess it's kind of my responsibility to watch an episode. But then I kind of thought, oh, this is a beautiful people show. I would never, ever get hired to work on this show. So then I stopped watching it. But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised to be on it eventually. I'm a fan now.
You're one of the, yeah, you're one of the beautiful people now.
Thanks. Were you girls fans of the show beforehand?
Wow.
We really want Amber to answer.
We're down a mic and there's mics everywhere.
It's going to be like freestyling with the double mics.
Yeah.
I make myself sound way cooler than I am there. Yeah, I had seen the show previously before I was on the show, and I thought it was really smart, and I love mythology, and I love that they melded mythology and monsters, and I thought that was really, really sharp of them, so.
I got the audition in my email, and I was like, that show's still on? And it's still on. It's like the show that will never go away, which is great for you guys. Yeah. No, so I didn't watch it at all, and to be honest with you, it's a little daunting. I don't have 4 weeks to watch.
And you have to keep a strict schedule to do
You
it.
do. That's a big commitment.
Yeah.
It reminds me of when I first got a job on Stargate. You guys watch Stargate? And I remember I was invited to MGM, for a meeting with Charlie Cohen, who was over the show. And I got in there, and he was like, "So have you ever seen the show?" And I was like, "No, I've never seen it." And he radioed his assistant. He's like, "Hey, can you bring her some of the episodes?" And she literally came in with a box and was like, I was like, oh wow, that's a lot of shows. So I don't know. I'll get to Supernatural eventually. I like to watch it live now. I've missed. I live it.
I just wanted to ask you, apparently it sounds like you've seen the episode in the beginning about Mary's past. Have you seen that one? It sounds like you have.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you think?
I've seen almost all of them, I think. I may be in the show, but I'm actually a fan of the show as well.
What's up, guys? Are we gonna have a little conversation? Just the 1,000 of us? Let's do it. I love the Q&A thing. I love answering your questions. I think I can answer them better now. I don't know if you've heard, but I've become a bit of the supernatural fanatic myself. I resisted it, for years, because I'm a contrarian. And if somebody says you should watch this, I say, fuck off, I'm gonna do what I want. I'll watch it when I want to. You gonna watch it now? No. Notice how I channeled the little Mark Shepard. No. Well, a few months ago, I started watching the show. I'm in the middle of season 10. And I'm a little addicted. An evening goes something like this. Turn to my wife, Tracy. You want to watch a little Supernatural? Yeah, let's watch it. One show, that's it. Okay, one show. Turn it on. 5 shows later. 2 o'clock in the morning. We should really sleep. I know, but Sam's dying and the angels are falling. We gotta see what's happening next. What? They're in a car and they're talking to each other. Don't they realize that last season he was dying? Oh, it's a dream. Now I'm on the roller coaster ride with the rest of you. I'm a happy addict. Right? It's a good addiction. I think the one thing that this world lacks nowadays is a respect for the heroic. And one thing that you get in spades in the show is heroism and loyalty. Great virtues, right? For all of us to aspire to. especially when the world seems so dark, you need to know there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And the light at the end of the tunnel is virtues like loyalty and courage and all the things that boys practice in spades. All right, guys, let's do a Q&A.
Hello.
Hi.
What's your name?
Christina.
Hi, Christina.
You said you watched the show. Did you start watching because you were in it, or
Yeah.
would you have watched anyway because you liked the idea?
Probably. Are you kidding? I love science fiction. And with those two boys, who would do that? But once I saw the pilot, I was like, this is going to be a good show. And I've been a fan ever since.
By the way, I took that quiz online. You know, where you get to see what supernatural character you are. Guess what supernatural character I was?
Sam.
What do you think? I was Dean! I was like, I'm a fucking rock star. I'm bad. I don't give a shit. I'll kill you. Don't cry. Sam!
Hi, I'm Sarah from Portland, Oregon. We are loving your tweets about your ladies' watch parties when you guys get together and watch.
Yeah.
How'd that get started? And are you gonna keep doing it?
Yeah, it started because I don't have a television. When I first came to America, I was trying to save money, and I couldn't afford a television, whatever. And before everyone else was streaming stuff, I would stream stuff. The way that everyone is now, all the time. So I do actually own a television. It's just not plugged into anything that makes it go. That's a technical explanation. And so there's a little Armenian cafe right the corner from my house. Really nice people, really down to earth, and really nice food, and it's really not fancy. It's really, really down to earth. And so I said to them, they have television screens up on the wall, and I said, oh, I have an episode on Wednesday night, would you mind? A couple of friends, there was like 20 people turned up in this cafe. And so now when we turn up, they're like, oh, it's a supernatural bunch. And when I met somebody recently who works in Warner Brothers, they were like, oh, so you have the Twitter parties for, I was like, this is becoming a thing, and it's really fun. Because I get on so well, we all get on so well. And it's like, Elena's come, Audrey, Catherine's mum, Robin, it's really funny. And who else? Oh, Lisa Berry, she comes a lot, she's lovely. She plays Billy Reaper. Yeah, she's great. I love her singing that song in the trailer thing. Wasn't that amazing? Yeah. So I'm a fangirl of Lisa. And I don't know how I feel like if Misha or something came along, I'd probably be a little bit embarrassed. Like, it's my little cafe. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. And yeah, I do intend to keep doing it. Yeah. Thank you.
Back also, side note about Billy real fast, which is awesome, the character Billy. But when she came to the show, I worked with her, right? And then, like halfway through filming, she was like, I just gotta say, this is so cool. My fiance and I cosplay as you guys. Like, she's a huge fan of the show, which was awesome. I was like, that's amazing. She was like showing pictures.
After we had a scene together, and after we were done, she just sat around on set as like as just like a fan.
We're like, you're done.
You can go home. She's like, oh, I know. I know. And then she's like, could you sign my DVDs? And we're like, yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, she's really sweet.
Like Lisa Berry, Lisa Berry, she plays Billy the Reaper. She's a really big fan of the show. She's also a really good girlfriend of mine, but I forget that she's a fan. So sometimes like I'll FaceTime her and be like, hey, what's up? She's like, watching Supernatural. I was like, what? She's like, you forgot I'm a fan. Like, she rewatches it. Like, I know that's normal for you guys. I know. I'm like, what season are you on? She's like, I'm just like watching season 4. I'm like, what? So she was telling me the story. I hope she gets to tell you guys her stories, but she was telling me the story of when she was shooting a scene in The Men of Letters. And like, you know, they walk you on set, like they come and get you from your trailer, knock, knock, and like, here, we're gonna go block the scene. And you walk on set and you're talking about your kids and you're, you know, blah, 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 and you go to work. So this was all happening and she walks on and she was like, she like stopped, and, you know, took it all in and everyone like kind of stopped to look at her and she's like, guys, I'm a fan. Like, this is exciting to me. So that was really cute. I totally forget your question.
In the last episode, Red Me, I mean, it's a fantastic episode. The acting was just off the charts. It was also probably the most stressful episode to watch. And so, like, how did you, I mean, did you have to research the, you know, pretending to be dead? Did you have to hold your breath? You know, when you're like, when we thought you were dead? It's like, how did you research that?
I will say just a little insider info. Fun fact. A little fun fact for you. When we were watching the episode together, for those of you who knew, Jared and I and Misha and Rob all watched it together. And when Sam wakes up from being presumably dead, I actually go, "Oh, he's awake!" As if I didn't know that was going to happen.
Dude, you're alive. Sam, I'm like, quit touching me.
I did. I audibly said, "Oh, he's alive!" I was there. I read the script.
And then, as Sam gets up, and he's like, and then, like, light washes over the window, and he goes to the window and sees the truck. He's like, oh God, they're coming back. I was like, dude. And then there's the shot where the female werewolf walks behind the door, and you don't see what happens. You just hear somebody dies. He's like, oh, I love when you hear somebody die, but you don't know who it is. Okay. Sam's coming out. Sam's coming out.
I like the show.
Having a little bit of a watch party here.
It's Act 5.
It's Act 5, so we thought we'd
I wish the man I loved.
Oh my God, Jensen's talking to Jensen.
Hey buddy, it's okay. You got a little something right there.
Just wipe it off.
Just
wipe it off.
It's okay. It's all right. Pensive look. I like it. Well done.
Right.
I do.
That's
This is shameless.
Super meadow.
This is super shameless, is what it is. Oh, I like that
driving
car.
away.
Here, let me do your cameraman.
Oh, we just ended.
We just ended. We're done. That's it. Executive producer Jeremy Carver. Anyway, guys, thank you. See ya. I'm done. I'm done. How do I turn this thing off? Oh my. I don't know how to turn. How do you turn this thing off? That crap.
All right, live video going dead.